Welcome back, guys. So this time I want to work on a book cover. Let's go back to our home page and work on a book cover. So we are almost getting to the end of Canva. I just want to show you few more tricks you can use. You can actually create a customized size of design. You can click here to create a customized size of design and say you want a 1006 by 900 pixel, and it's going to give you the Canva 1006 by 900 pixel, and you see different templates you can choose from. You can choose any of this template and say you want to use it for design, or you can create your stuff from scratch using the element of design. You can use any element you want to use. For instance, you can say you want a triangle, you want this, you want a rectangle right here, and you can bring it in and make your design make a whole lot of sense. And you can say you want to duplicate this and bring something like this right here, and you can start a whole lot of design process. And you can click on test and look for a test that will be suitable for what you want to do. You can bring in a test like this and say something like this and put in your information, and you can do something like a whole lot of things. You can bring in more things, you can bring in frames. You can say, okay, let me just do something like this, and you can choose to change the color of this. Can change the color of this, but we are not here to talk about all this. You can change the color of this, you can say this, and you can say something like this, and you can change this as well to something like this, and now something like this. Or you can say you want to change it to an entire red color, so you have something like this. So we are not here to talk about this. Actually, I'm just showing you how you can create custom design yourself without having to stress yourself here on Canva. So Canva is a graphic design tool where you can do a lot of things, and you can give your pages title. You can give them title and have them downloaded. But we're not here to discuss this, so we're going back to our home page to discuss about book cover. We want to design a book cover right here. So what I'm going to do is to look for book cover. Just look for book cover, and you're going to see suitable templates you can use for book cover. You choose from many of the templates you see. I have a book cover right here. Look at this. This is looking good, so you can use this. Let's pick this and use this. So we have different other templates right here that you can use for book cover, and you can say, okay, let's use this. Let's work on this and customize this template. So we're going to customize this template and say we want to design a very nice book cover. All right, and we are going to have this zoom out. You can zoom out your page here. We're going to have this zoom out, and we're going to come to upload to use this particular image we've been using over and over again. So all you have to do is to bring this image, and let's say we want to set this as the background image. So we're going to replace background, so we have something like this, and we can actually delete all these. We don't need this, we don't need this, and we don't need this. So let's edit this. Let's bring something like this here and say this. Then we can bring in a rectangle. Come to element and say you want a rectangular box, and I'm going to choose a rectangular box, so to give us something like this in the middle that can hold our design. So we can say we can change the color of this. Actually, we can change to something like, no, we can change to something like this, since we have something like brownish there. So we can change this to black if we so want it that way. Change it to black, and we can say graphic design for beginners. Then we can change the size, the text size. We can bring this somewhere here and say below Ejigbe is the author. So we can bring this somewhere here and edit it and say beloved Ade Jigbe, and we can change the size to like 30. Can change the size to like 30 right here. So just give it a custom size 30, and we have that. And we are going to change this design. We're going to change the, so let's look at handwriting. Let's see what it brings. Let's look at something like this. It's not looking so great. Let's go back. Let's look for something like a display and see what we can use. Let's use this, and we have something like this and something like this. So you can say something like this, and yeah, we have something in the middle. So we have a book cover right here. This book is not looking so bad, and you can say graphic design for beginners right here. You can say graphic. You can name it graphic design. Then we have this right here, and you are going to have it downloaded. You can download it in PDF format, but right now I'm going to download it in JPEG. So I'm going to download it right here, and so I want to download it in JPG, and I'm going to have it downloaded. Then we have a front book cover. We are going to design a back book cover as well, but we won't be designing it. We can design it here as well. We can just duplicate this and use this as the back cover. Then we can choose to change the whole design dynamics. So we can say we can choose to change it to something like, we can choose to change the whole color to something like this. We can change the whole color to something like let me see the color we can change to. We can change it to something like this, and that's the color of the back. And we can say this should be somewhere here, and we can bring in more context to the book. We can say there should be an, okay, let's say there should be an author image, and we'll just look for frame. Let's look for frame. Let's look for circle frame, and so we'll be able to put the author image. So you can use this circle frame and make it smaller somewhere here. Make it smaller somewhere here. Then we'll put upload. We are going to put this in. Then we have it right there. We can have that and say about book, just like we've seen it in books now. So we're going to say about books. We're going to about this, about the author. We can say about the author. Would have the about the author right here, and about the author can be right here. We're going to just look for a text box. Can say text and add a text box. Let's look for beloved Jigbe. Let's look what Google said about me. So we're going to look for one of those things, and we're going to, so let's click on this. Let's click on this, my Udemy about me. Then I'm going to just copy all this and bring it in. I'm going to copy all this and come back to this place and bring all of it in. Control V to paste. So I have it pasted. I can change the alignment right here. I'm changing the alignment to something like this, which looks great to me. So all I have to do is to control all to highlight all and change the alignment to something like this. And we have this right here. So we have about the author right here. All we can do is to change the orientation of about the author. We have something like this, and we can make the book something like this. Okay, and we have the book right here, all the way right here. We can make this smaller and say it should be somewhere here. We can even do it somewhere here. We can do it somewhere in the middle. Then we have this in the middle as well. Then we make this bigger. We can make this like 45. Then we have this as 45. Then we can stretch it across and bring it to the middle. Make it smaller like this and bring it to the middle. Then we have this as well, and yeah, we have this as well. So we can just do something like this, and I guess it looks great like this as a book cover. Then you can have it downloaded. Then we're going to have the two downloaded, the two graphic design downloaded as JPEG, and I want to show you something right here. So I'm going to have it downloaded. I'm going to have it downloaded. It's going to be zip, of course. So when you come here, this is it zipped here. When you download one image, it's going to give you in an image format, just one. But when you download more than one, maybe you have like 10 designs in one, it's going to be zipped. So all you have to do is to extract it. We're going to extract all, and it's going to extract the design, the main folder of the design. Then you have your two images. So we have the book cover images right here, so we can use any of both whenever I want to design. So we're going to talk more on how to mock up your book. So this is the front page, and this is the back page. You can rename these. As you can see, it brings one and two. If you don't want it to be like that, you can say you can name it right here. You can say front page, you can say front page, and you can call this back page. You can call this back page. Then you can say book cover, so that we don't have, then we download it, then you see what will be inside. You can say book cover. Then we are going to have it downloaded now. We are going to click on this and have it downloaded our way, and we are going to say JPEG, and we're going to download it. So when you look into it right now, you're going to see the front page and the back page. So let's come back here and let's extract this book cover, and we're going to see what I'm talking about. So we're going to extract it right here, and you're going to see front page and back page. This is the front page and this is the back page. When you open it, you'll see your front page right here. When you open this, you see your back page right here. You can do more designs, and with this Canva, this is a book cover. We're going to mock it up later on. I hope to see you in the next video where we get to talk about business cards and letterheads here on Canva. I hope to see you there. See you there.